Welcome to It Takes Two. I'm Blair.
And I'm Chris.
Today we'll be talking about Temptation Island, Season 2, Episode 2.
I need y'all to subscribe, like, share, comment, and hype the video. We have a goal of, I want to say, 13,000 subscribers?
Yep.
13,000 subscribers. Can we get there before June? I need to get there before June. I need it.
All right.
You ready, Blair?
I'm ready.
Walk us through this, please.
The girls and their dates go on a boat. Sydney noticed when the guys came out, Mikey wasn't looking at her. And then when the girls came out, he wants to be the funny guy. Xavier thought that he was just being immature.
Hey, listen here. Hey, Xavier, nobody care what you think. Of course, he's a performer. He's a jester.
Yeah.
Talk about Mikey. He thinks, hey, guess what? The way to get to a girl heart is to make her laugh. But there's a certain way you have to do it, though. It can't be performative. It got to be natural. But, like, Mikey is a performative type of guy, you know?
The guys drive the ladies out to this beach kind of bar place. Juliana is having a good time with Summit. And Summit wants someone to love that he's an outgoing guy. He could work on being a bit less flirty, but he doesn't think it's flirty. And she considers herself an outgoing person too. And she likes that he wants to get to know people.
Okay.
He finds her saying that comforting. So I just see that as them kind of building on their connection. I feel like Summit was wide open for the taking, if I'm being honest. I know he's with... who he with? Kaylee? Yeah, he's with Kaylee. And I don't know. I mean, I think they were together for a year. And I'm just like, I think he's open and willing to have a real connection with somebody else. So.
Well, put it like this. Would you ever agree for us to be on the show? No. So the fact that he's on the show, he's open for anything.
Yeah. And he wanted it.
And that's why I don't even understand why the women are crying when they agree to come on the show.
Yeah.
You might as well just dot it out.
Yeah.
You might as well
from the jump.
Exactly. The minute that you agree to get in that helicopter and you decide to be on this show, you might as well just have fun. You get what I'm saying? Don't cry. Because guess what? This guy's on here, like Summit, who may build an actual real connection with somebody else because that's probably what he wanted to do. Who knows?
Jack took Carter on the date because she's funny and easy to talk to. Cheyenne doesn't like his humor because he's annoying about it. But Carter looks forward to seeing that side of him.
Okay.
And I think Carter had her eyes on Jack from the beginning. Was it? No. She gave her thing to Summit. But it seems like they have a good connection going on.
Okay.
Cheyenne says that Jack only does plan dates for her birthday, and for anniversaries, they don't do anything.
So it seemed like you need to have a new relationship.
Or, I mean, the thing is, like, these people are in their 20s too. And I think that some things are worth conversation. And I don't know how many conversations like they're really having with their partners about their needs. Later on, I think Scarlett be talking Cole's head off about her needs. But I don't know. And I think that if Jack isn't doing it and he knows that you like to do it, then that's an issue.
Exactly.
But at the same time, like if you're kind of acting like you're chill and things are good because you want to be able to stay with Jack and for, you guys to be in a good space, then that does you a disservice. So,
yeah. I'm kind of in the middle with this. I'm just like, hey, if y'all don't have that much time invested, and he don't really do any dates except for your birthdays, and he don't do anniversaries. Basically, you get one date a year.
Yeah.
Right? Why? Y'all have no kids. Y'all have no roots together and things like that. And y'all decided to come on Temptation Island. Y'all don't care about each other for real.
Yeah.
And y'all don't care about the improvement of y'all relationship. So just break up.
Scarlett is a bit anxious about the process. She's trying to stay in the moment, but she thinks she's going to crash out at some point.
Crash out how? Are you going to run over to the men's villa?
I said that's what I would do. I would honestly, if that was us, which it would never be us, if that was us, and you know how they make you say goodbye to your partner?
Yes.
And I'm gonna tell you, all right, give me 10 minutes because I'm gonna go get my bags from the ladies' villa and then I'm coming over.
You can't come over on our side.
Who's gonna stop me?
Production, security.
They can't catch me.
Yes, they can.
Well, we gonna see.
Blair be talking like she a track star. You get what I'm saying? Listen
I
here.
am a slow runner.
Listen here. You're a distant runner. You run for distance. You don't run for speed, okay? When it comes down to it, right?
Yeah.
If we was ever on this show, for one, I wouldn't even agree to it, right?
Yeah.
But if we was to ever be on this show, it's because we lied to the director and the producers, and we said we still together.
Right.
But really, we broke up.
Oh, yeah. And we're doing this for money.
And we doing this for another connection.
And I low-key feel like Sydney and Mikey might be in that situation. That's popped up in my head a little bit because they said they were on and off during college. She didn't really take him seriously. So I'm like, How serious is she really taking him now? Did they just kind of like been cool and they were just like, oh, there's this opportunity, you want to go on this together?
Yeah.
Like, I kind of get the thought of that sometimes, but then some of their reactions and stuff make me feel like, I don't know. But even with their reactions, it could just be a thing of they don't want to see you with somebody else.
Yeah.
And it may not be that we're really that deep in.
And that's the only way that we'd be on the show. Like, we would have to get in our acting bag when they show us the little iPad.
I would never get to that point, even if we're broken up.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll be in my acting bag. If we broken up, but we like decided to come on the show, and you talking to another guy, or you basically talking like, I just want someone who cares about me. I just be like, oh my goodness, what did Mikey do? Oh my goodness.
Okay.
I can't believe she said that.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Well, Mikey didn't know India would be so dope. He really considers her a friend. Like, you must be a big deal if I say you're my friend. And India says, well, you think everyone is dope. And Mikey said, I'm a liar. And she says, well, you could be lying to me. And he said, but then you wouldn't be here. Mikey feels like she's going to help him in so many ways to be a better person, and he already considers her a friend. And this is the fake-ish I be talking about, because even India picked up on it. It's like, you say that to everybody. Like, you like make it seem like everybody your best friend. Like, I just met you. Like, that's not real. And not to say it's not real as far as like that's not his personality to do that, but you really don't feel this way about her. Like, you're just saying things to gain her trust. So
yeah, I'm thinking back to college.
Yeah.
And how this guy that I mentioned in the first episode used to do it. And it's like coming back to me piece by piece, right?
Goodness.
Here's the thing about it. When you're in college, right? You're ignorant to a lot of things. You're like 18, 19, 20, 21. And even at that age, you kind of you only know what you know. What he would do, which Mikey is probably doing, but I'm not going to give Mikey credit because I don't know him, but I know the guy I'm talking about. He will put you in the friend zone first to give you a goal to get out of the friend zone. So that's what that reminded me of. To where he's like, you're so dope. I've never, any girl that I wanted to be in a relationship with or sexually active with, I never even used those words like, you're so dope. That's something that you say to like a platonic friend and things like that. Usually if it's somebody that I have true interest in, I say you're beautiful and things like that. You're smart, but dope, it just make it seem like I'm putting you in the friend zone. And now, as dumb as we were when we was 18, 19, you kind of give them like a secret goal of like, I need to get out the friend zone. I want this person to like me.
Yeah.
But the thing about Mikey is, I don't think he's like, even when he say I'm a liar and things like that, I think she is just here to spoil his relationship. Meaning, like, I don't think she wants anything with him.
She's here for a good time.
Yeah, I think she's only here besides actually building a connection, actually like getting feelings for him.
I honestly don't think she's into Mikey the way he's talking to her.
No, but I think she's here for a job. Yeah.
Yeah. But I kind of compare it to the same thing of like when you were, or at least when I was younger, and me as well as some of my homegirls, like when we would meet a guy and he'd be like, you're so special, you're so amazing, you're all these wonderful things, and you'd be like, oh my gosh, like, yes, of course I am so great. And then he gets what he wants, and then it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like it just kind of puts me in that mindset of just like people laying it on extra thick when they don't know you. And yes, you can be all these great and amazing things, but at the end of the day, like, you're doing it for a motive.
Yeah.
So
and to your point, from just things I witnessed, not with you, of course, because we didn't grow up together. But usually, and correct me if I'm wrong, when a guy usually lays it on thick though, like that, the way that you just explained, is it usually from a guy that you already had interest in before, or maybe he's already attractive before and things like that?
Like you're both attracted to each other.
And that's where I'm confused with Mike.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Because I'm not trying to criticize how he looks and things like that, but he looks like a regular guy. You get what I'm saying? Regular build. You get what I'm saying? So there's nothing, like, he will have to use his words, in my opinion, more to get the end goal when it comes to these women.
He uses the friend thing to get the girl.
Yeah, but maybe.
Well, one of the guys cooked for the ladies to gain a bit of favor after the date since he wasn't picked for it. Don't know his name. Sorry. Men's Villa. The ladies are putting on a temptation tiki night for the guys. It starts raining and they do a slip and slide.
This is what I'm talking about.
They're having fun. They're being innovative. Like, come on, girls.
No, it's not even being fun, being innovative. They just being Dottie.
Yeah.
Like you got the girls and they bikini. Like the girls in the girls' villa still haven't got out of their regular clothes yet. You get what I'm saying? You got the girls in the guys' villa. The guys got their shirt off. They going on down the slippery slide. You got the girls in their bikini. They going down the slippery slide. They laying on top of each other. It just seems like real temptation.
Yeah.
Right? And the women's villa, we over here talking around a bonfire.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, no, man. Like, the guys that's in the women's villa will want to come over to the guys' villa.
Yeah.
Because it's like, yo, the girls over here, they are... I think the girls is over there with the mission of, I'm here to sabotage whatever y'all got going on. Mm-hmm. And the guys over there have no choice, based on the women that they have in the villa, have no choice but to try to go for a deeper connection. And I'm just like, it's hard to build a deeper connection in that short amount of time.
Yeah, so in the ladies' villa, the guys are asking them how they feel about the upcoming bonfire.
See?
Cheyenne knows her guy is a smart guy that makes bad decisions, and she would beat up Jack and the girl.
See?
No, you're not.
See?
Xavier wrote a song. He plays a little bit of it for her, and she is Sydney's keeping herself open for a connection. I thought it was funny they didn't let us hear Xavier's song. I was like, they ain't about to let him get no free promotion off this show.
Yeah. So. Do you find that romantic that Xavier put out a guitar and started playing the song?
No, but at the same time, maybe that's just me, because when I first meet you, like, I just want to have a good time with you. Like, if you putting on too much, like, I'm not going to trust you. You know, I would think it'd be odd. Like, why are you singing to me?
or basically playing a song.
Or playing a song for me. I would listen, and maybe if it was Xavier, like, I would give him another chance to not weird me out, because, you know, he's a good looking guy. I was like, his skin is perfect.
No, you got clear skin.
Yeah, but no, I wouldn't be into that. No.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's too much. As crazy as this may sound, when it comes to attracting women, you can only attract women who like you, right? And if she's not and what's her name, Sydney?
Yeah.
She seemed like she was into it, I guess, right? Mm-hmm. But it just seemed like she's into it because she may just be into Xavier, meaning that he possibly could have did something less than pulling out the guitar. I just feel like he did not have to turn himself into Jimi Hendrix. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, talk. See, and that's the thing about it. I don't know how good these guys can have conversations to where they can make a woman laugh without having to be Kevin Hart. Like, talk and let her actually explain herself, and she would tell you how to get to her heart and things of that nature. But pulling out the guitar came off as a little corny to me, and I'm actually cheering for Xavier, you know?
And Mikey is talking to the three amigos, saying he doesn't care what Sydney's doing, and they're trying to ask him if he's using that as a defense mechanism. He said he really means like he doesn't care. But the ladies thinks he hides his emotions behind jokes, and he thinks he'll end up falling for one of them if he ends up opening himself up for real.
Okay.
So, you know, I'm not going to continue to go in on Mikey. Y'all know how I feel.
Why not?
Sydney and Xavier go on a little breakfast date together. She likes that he's open to hearing everything, and he doesn't put Mikey in a bad light. Mikey chose his ex over her in college, and now he came back to her because she did him dirty. She gets a bit teary-eyed, and Xavier consoles her and wants her to put herself first.
See what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like...
This is not fun.
That's what I'm saying.
We're not joking and laughing and getting to know each other.
Bring the thoughts.
Yeah.
Right? Bring the girls on here that actually have a hard time saying no to guys and things like that have true interest in them. Bring some cool guys on here that's not doing backflips, that's not pulling out guitars and things of that nature, that actually back talk the guy. Mm-hmm. I don't want Xavier to be like what. I don't want City to be like, I'm happy you don't bad talk Mikey. I'll be bad talking Mikey either. Like, you saw how he was treating you. You saw how he was doing. Like, that's what I'm saying. Bring the drama on the woman's side.
The guys play a game at their villa where they have to write down a spicy, sexy secret, and someone has to guess who said it. Yeah. Well, Summit thinks Jasenia has the best booty. Connor thought Sydney makes the best salmon. His head is focused on Scarlett, so he wants to respect her. I think, not Connor, what's his name? Cole. Mm-hmm. I just think that nobody's interested, and he ain't doing a good job of getting anybody interested.
100%.
Summit, you always got one in a season. You always got one.
I think Cole, is Cole and Scarlett, is Cole and Scarlett together? Y'all might as well not even came on this show, to be honest.
Yep. Well, Summit said that Julianne has the best lips, and the ladies agree Summit has BDE. And then Carter said that Candy's kitty, Kitty, what's the name? Carter's kitty probably tastes like candy, is what Jack said. And someone said, better stop giving me that look. I'm trying to be a changed man. And it was Mikey about India. The weird thing was, like, they would try to be like, oh, like, I didn't say that. It was me. And I'm just like, I don't know. Maybe I'm an old lady. I don't get it. So, any thoughts about the game?
No, I think you explained it pretty well.
The guys are continuing to dance for the ladies at their villa. Not fun. They're trying to play Never Have I Ever, but Cheyenne isn't into it. Jack is on her mind. She walks away crying. Sydney goes to check on her, but Cheyenne can't pretend she's having a good time anymore.
Here's the thing about it, man. I don't want black women chasing after white women crying anymore. Like, that has that's literally none of your business. And that's not even your friend, to be honest. Not even your castmate, to be honest. Because truth be told, any of y'all can go home at any point. And this is what I'm talking about. Jack is on her mind. You don't need to be on the show.
Zach talks to Kaylee. Kaylee can see Summit wanting to be the center of attention. He doesn't make her feel like she's enough. And he makes digs on her like her body isn't his dream body and certain things could be better about her.
Okay.
We get to the next day. Scarlett isn't feeling great. She's scared that Cole might feel stronger for someone else. The relationship has been draining. She has been asking for better communication, and she doesn't want to waste any more energy on fighting. Cole is missing Scarlett. So they're both having the same emotions, missing each other.
And this is what I'm saying. Y'all know therapy is an option, right?
Yeah, y'all ain't have to come here.
Y'all didn't have to come here and make us write about y'all and make us review y'all and things of that nature. If y'all not going to participate in the Fighting Temptation Islands, whatever the show is called, then y'all could have just went to therapy and sort out y'all communication issues.
Mark arrives and tells everyone tonight will be the first bonfire. Mikey and India are talking. India tells him, you're friend zoning yourself. When wanting to get to know someone on a deep level, that goofy-ish won't make me look at you in that way. And Mikey knows that he is curbing all the girls, and maybe being a good guy isn't what this is about. Maybe he's supposed to fall for someone here, and with India, he's going to shoot his shot. It's time for him to be selfish.
What's your thoughts?
I just want to see somebody like be serious. So for Mikey, I guess maybe not. I don't even want to see him be serious for real. I just want to see him stop being goofy. Because it makes me feel uncomfortable. I'm uncomfy.
But it's his personality though. Like Goofy is a personality, and that's just how he is.
But India is telling him like you got to cut that out if you really want to actually explore your connections because you're playing. You know, and by him sitting down thinking and talking, he can see that, okay, I have been playing and let me try to see what I can really make shape.
Yeah. The thing with Mikey is I don't really know what he wants because at the same time he can get in front of everybody and talk about I don't really care what my girl do and I'm happy I'm here. But in the same moment, he can be crying with his fist to his eye and things of that nature. At the end of this experiment, dude, you think them two gonna be together?
It's up to Sydney. I think so. I feel like Sydney, she's been taking it back all this time. What's going to change now?
But the thing about it, Sydney might be goofy. Like, and that's the whole thing about it. I think when it comes to Mikey, I don't think the goofiness is not going to go away.
Yeah.
Like, I just think that's just who he is, right? And girls like goofy.
Yes.
Unfortunately, right?
Sure.
So I think at the end of the day, I think India is just basically saying, hey, in order for you to actually... Not so much of, I think she actually gave him a token of, hey, I kind of know what the girls are talking about in some way, and you're not really going to get far in this experiment by just calling us the Three Amigos the whole time.
Yeah.
And things like that. Like, we have reached our peak of where we are as Three Amigos. Now, you saying one thing on camera, talking about you want to explore this, you want to do that, then you're crying on another camera. I think she's basically saying, like, yo, pick a lane and stay in that lane. Because truth be told, we're only 2 episodes in. This is going to be the Mikey show. Like we're going to talk about Mikey majority of the time. Scarlett and Cole is not interesting. I don't care about Summit. I don't remember half the names. So most of the review and most of our opinions is going to come from how Mikey moves on the show and how Sydney responds to Mikey moving on the show. Or is she ever going to give in to the temptation of their relationship?
Now, the ladies are up first for the bonfire. Cheyenne hears the comment Jack wrote about Carter's kitty. Carter saying that she is here for Jack. Cheyenne immediately starts crying, wishing she never came here, and saying it was Jack's idea to come here.
Of course it was.
Mark says the alternative is being with Jack with the way that things were, but Cheyenne doesn't know what else to say. So Mark tells her, look, play with the guys, talk to your girls, define what you want so you can make it happen. So for that, I think that Mark is trying to get the ladies to like activate.
Yes.
Because you guys sitting around crying, worrying about the men is not doing anything for you and isn't helping you figure out what you need and what you're going to get out of this experience. So, you know, Mark, he didn't really do too much like consoling. I said the person he probably most consoled was Sydney, because Sydney said, I don't want to talk about it. But other than that, like he was pretty much telling them, okay, get your mind right and get in the game. Scarlett sees Cole saying he isn't happy or motivated to do anything. He is always apologizing. What else is there to take accountability for? He doesn't know how much more honest or transparent he can be. She has to do some work to be able to move forward from his mistakes. Scarlett doesn't think he's truly taking accountability for how hurt she's been in his by his lies. And Mark tells her, figure out what you're not getting and what you want to have. Same advice.
Exactly.
Activate.
Pretty much like everything that we are learning about how Cole feels, it's not, and that's the thing with Cole, and even what we saw with the last relationship. This is not something that the girls didn't know. Right. Like it's one. That's what the bonfire is supposed to be. The bonfire is supposed to be some type of new information coming out that their girlfriend or boyfriend didn't know. So Scarlett knows how Cole feels about the whole, like, I said sorry and I want to move past this. And she's like, yeah, I heard that, but I don't think he's serious. Yeah. Well, Scarlett, we don't want you on here if you're basically like, I want to see how serious you are, and I'm just going to sit back and just wait to see how... No. Like Blair said, if you're not going to activate, then you need to go home. Right. You get what I'm saying? We already brought like 12 corny guys here for y'all, and if y'all just going to sit here and cry about y'all situation, basically wasting a whole first night, then y'all going to defeat the process.
Kaylee sees the discussion with Julianne and Summit about his outgoing personality and him playing with her on the slip and slide. Well, Kaylee thinks the girl's house is a lot more respectful than the guy's house, and she would never let a guy swing her around that way. And she does think he can be too friendly at times. Mark tells her to stand for her voice in her relationship. He tells her she's a gem, treat yourself like a gem, and watch what happens.
I would never let a guy swing me that type of way. Yeah. Then you don't need to be on the show. You actually, the way that someone actually talked about you, he was proven correct. Yeah. He's like, I'm outgoing, I'm kind of fun, she's kind of not fun. And now you're over here like, well, actually, our villa is more respectful. Yeah. And I would never let a guy do that to me. And I'm just like, then go home. Yeah. Bring the reform thoughts and replace them with these basically housewives that's basically on the show that's making their relationship feel deeper than what it is. Some of these people only been in a relationship for a year and like a year and a half. You know what I mean? I think the most on here is 5 years, you know?
Sydney sees Mikey saying he could possibly fall for one of the girls, and Mikey talking about it might be time for him to be selfish and shoot his shot with India. Sydney immediately gets up, walks away, starts crying, and saying that she doesn't deserve this. Yeah, I mean, I think Sydney is worried because she knows how Mike can get, and she can see, okay, like, he looks like he's about to get back in his bag. And for me, I mean, I don't know what to say to Sydney other than what she said before, that she knows Mikey. She knows who he is. She knows who she with. So expect the worst. That's all I can say.
Yeah. or just expect Mikey.
Exactly.
like it's not even, it's what did you thought was going to happen when he got 5 bracelets and you sat right there and watched him get 5 bracelets? Yeah. What did, based on how you know him and how he was in college, I don't know why you're so dramatic with your tears to the point where you're over there, got up and went over to the tree to cry, to where you basically exposed where the other cameraman was, because the cameraman and them was hiding in the tree so they won't, camouflage. You went over to the tree and cried and said, I don't even want to talk about it. And Mark was like, basically, we can't do that. Yeah. We have to talk about it. So the whole thing about it is, what did you thought Mikey was going to do? Did you thought Mikey was going to do, I really like Sydney and I don't see myself falling for anybody here? Or did you expect Mikey to act like Mikey? That's why I'm like, I don't really understand these women. And I think it's time for y'all to really clock in and get yours.
Play ball, ladies. Play ball.
It's time. Granted, it's only 2 episodes. We got about 7 more. I think it's 9 episodes and things like that. Y'all got to clock in.
Yeah.
Because the men's villa is only going to get more fun and more raunchy. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to see no more guitars. I don't want to see no more talking about feelings. I want to see some things from the women's villa that you don't want to do in front of your mama. But still acceptable for Netflix.
All right.
You get what I'm saying? Some things, come on, kiss somebody. You get what I'm saying? Something, something to actually make a guy. Because I'm going to tell you this from a guy perspective, right? Unless the guy's a dweeb or things like that, if I see the iPad and I just hear you saying words, but there's no actions behind the iPad, now granted, they only showing me clips of what's going on. They're not showing me everything. But if they're not showing me anything raunchy, out of sight, out of mind. I'm like, oh, Blair only said that she could see herself falling for Xavier with his song. Cool. You know what I'm saying? That's way different than I see you hunching somebody. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. It's time for the girls to activate now.
That's all we got.
You need to subscribe, like, share, comment, and hype the video.
Bye.